Today I'm going to show you how to do a seed stitch pattern. It's kind of hard to see the pattern itself on here, but it's kind of a cross between garter and rib. And so you don't have, it's not quite as flexible side to side as the rib is. It's not as uniform as the garter. Here's the garter next to the seed stitch. It's kind of gives it a nice texture. It's really good for washcloths and dishcloths and things like that. Sometimes I have seen the seed stitch, like I'm going to demonstrate, also called a moss stitch. But then I've also seen a moss stitch being different from this demonstration on this stitch pattern for a seed stitch. So let's get started. Okay, so for this tutorial I'm going to use the Nifty Knitter Long Loom, and I have already got the cast on. And for a seed stitch, it's very similar to a rib, but you've got to be careful that it doesn't turn out like a rib. So you will knit one, and then you will purl one. So, and then you will knit one. So it is like the rib in the fact that you knit and you alternate your knit and purl stitches on the same row. Your difference is going to be your rows, your next row, and how they stack up. On a rib stitch, your knits are on top of knits and your purls are on top of purls. For a seed stitch, you will alternate it. So you will have a knit on top of purls and purls on top of knit stitches. So since we just purled that last one, we will knit it on our row back. So we knit our purls and then we will purl our knit stitches from the previous row. So if you're doing flat panels, then it would be the same. Each row would be the same. It would be knit first and then purl and knit and purl and knit and purl. Go in both directions. If you're going in the round, then it will change. So that's a purl, so we will need to knit it. And then this one's a knit. We will need to purl it. Now then we will look here in a minute to distinguish which one's which. We do a knit, this one's a purl, and then we will purl this one. Now, in order to see which one's is which, if you flip it over and you look on the inside, then you can see the knit stitches have the horizontal lines across here, and your purl stitches will have more of like a horseshoe coming over the top of your peg or under your peg, or whichever way you're looking at it. So it will end up with vertical lines. So horizontal are your knits, verticals are your purls. Okay, so now we're back. We've just finished row 2. We will start row 3. We just purled that one. You can see from the stitch. So we will knit it. And of course, like I said, if you're doing flat panels, then it would be the same going back and forth. So knit, and then purl, and then knit, and then purl. And then knit. And then purl. And then going back, it would be the same. We would knit and purl and knit and purl. You just need to make sure that you alternate from the previous stitch if you're looking at it vertically, going up and down. So then that one's purled, so it would be knit. And then you will come out with that nice seed stitch pattern. Some people call it a moss stitch. When I learned, for me, the moss stitch is slightly different, but some people will call a seed stitch a moss stitch. So it's easy to get confused on that too. And then there we go. Now that's all there is to a seed stitch pattern. I hope this helps. You have a nice day.